All right. It's been 3,000 years, and I am back. Let me hold. I think it's actually been like 2 years. Hold. Is that the one? Yep, that's the scene. All right. Awakening, shut the fuck up. Thank you. All right. What's up, everybody? Hello. It's been a very long time. I'm not going to go into a whole prelude. I don't really need to do that because I don't really care that much anymore. But basically, in short, I played all the Fire Emblems in hard mode, except for 6 and 5. Every other one I played on the hardest difficulty, with some negotiation on that, some leeway. Anyway, I was at work today like a normal functioning adult in the United States. And at 10 a.m. Eastern, they dropped the Nintendo Direct. This was announced yesterday, I think. It's uploaded in 4K, which is cool. I don't know how 4K it's gonna look because, and I'm sure we'll go into it, the textures in Three Houses looked like shit because it was on the Switch 1, so I don't know how much better it's going to look. Hopefully a lot better, but you never know. Obviously Mario Kart World looks great, but, you know, other games not so much. So we'll see. Predictions, I guess, are too hard to discuss because basically, how do we say? The thing's been out for 6 hours now. I assume everything's on the internet. I have not seen anything. That's not entirely true. I saw one comment about routes, about the route decision, and I was actually thinking about that. For those who don't know, maybe I'll get to a better screen than T for Teen. For those who don't know, we're going straight into an intro cutscene. Okay, hold on that. Also, is that Rhea? I don't know. We'll discuss that in a moment. The rumors this entire time has been this is secretly a sequel to Three Houses. We don't know that. I'm not really sure how they're going to determine that. Not too big a deal. So that's kind of always been the thing. This is a sequel to Three Houses. Cool story. I just accidentally echoed myself. Not important. The gimmick here being 4 houses, air quotes, because there's 4 different routes you can start as. I'm assuming how this will work is that no matter who you start as, you're going to get all 4 people. I don't think it's going to be 4 separate storylines like Three Houses was, which was technically 3.5 separate storylines, but that's not important. So I'm assuming this is going to be kind of, you have 4 simultaneous storylines at the beginning, then they merge, and then it's just one story. I don't know if that's the case. I kind of want there to be routes again, but a lot of people didn't like that they had to replay the game over and over. And guess what? You didn't have to. You really didn't have to do that. But some people, I don't know. That's a whole other discussion. But the point is, this is the first extensive look at what we're seeing for this game. And the 2 largest concerns I have that I'm sure will be addressed here. Number 1, I'm very concerned that the supers that they showed off in the last Direct trailer, they showed like unique moves for the main 4 protagonists. I am concerned those are going to be busted. So that could be a problem. The number 2 concern I have is I am worried that when they showed it last time, they showed time passing in like the management mode, right? The not strategy game mode. If this were Three Houses, this would be like Academy phase, right? They showed turn 195 or like 195 turns remaining. I don't know what that means. It's probably a clock mechanic like you would see in other games. Ironically, the one I can think of immediately is Danganronpa for some reason, to where you have so much free time until the story moves. But obviously that shows up everywhere in all sorts of video game genres. I don't know why Danganronpa came to mind. But that mechanic I'm worried about because the first time you play the games, the Academy phase stuff in Three Houses is cool. The second time, it's alright. Past that, it's miserable. You don't want to engage in the Academy stuff, and the exact same thing was true in Engage, ironically. Fire Emblem Engage, the what was that floating island called? I don't remember. Your base in Fire Emblem Engage is fun for like 10 minutes, and then you realize it kind of sucks, and most of the stuff there does not matter. Like, the most important thing is the food buff, right? The food buff matters, but everything else in the Engage base kind of sucks. So I'm worried about how they're going to balance that. I'm really hoping we see some new character designs, see some units. I guess if I had a third concern, it would be the character designs in Engage kind of sucked, and the story was awful. I guess 3-4 right there, so fix those. That should be an easy fix. And I'm going to start this direct in like a minute or so. The fucking Twitch wants to run an ad, so I'm not going to start it until then. I'm going to keep talking until this ad break happens. So, in other words, to stall while we wait for this stupid-ass ad break, essentially, what I'm hopeful for is, because they did show a world map, I'm hoping the world map is something more like Fire Emblem Shadows of Valentia or Final Fantasy Tactics, rather than what the world maps usually are in these games, where they are just a basic, how you say, it's just a level select, right? World map, usually just a level to select in disguise, right? It doesn't actually mean anything. In Engage, the most recent entry, right? The world map existed, but it functionally had no purpose because it was just level select. Like, you just walked around the map and each square you landed on was a level, and that was it. So I'd like to do something with that, and they showed exploration in the one presentation. But yeah, I think the ad's done, so we're going to continue now. And then if an ad pops up again, I think I can tell it to go fuck itself. I think that's how that works on Twitch. I think 3 times. So we'll do that when it comes then. But yeah, I'm hopeful for this. I have the game pre-ordered. It comes out in like 5 to 6 weeks. So let's see. This is a story trailer, clearly, we're starting with. Come? She said come. This is, I had to turn the volume up. This is the cutscene the last direct ended on. It ended in this reveal of like a big bad Shadow era, and then the protagonist, the new Byleth, the new Robin, the new Corrin, descended down, the 2 like white-haired white people, Whitey McWhites, you know. Gohan Blanco. That was how the last presentation ended. See, and this is interesting. One, Underworld, this is just the new Risen from Awakening, spoilers, right? This is the new fodder enemy. It's gonna be these guys we fight the second half of the game, once we're done fighting people. This bitch looks like Sothis, is evil. So she looks like a divine dragon, but is evil. So is this gonna be Tiki? Are we gonna get evil Tiki, finally? You fight her in some games, but like, is she actually gonna be the big bad? Because this is not Rhea. My first assumption would have been this is gonna be some relative of Rhea who's pissed off at how 3 Houses went, blah blah blah. But they can't directly acknowledge 3 Houses because then they have to choose a canonical route, right? If you acknowledge a canonical route in 3 Houses, you're gonna piss off a subsection of your fans, so you want to avoid that. But yeah, so let's keep going. I'm assuming this will transition into gameplay and not just be a cutscene. Okay, so that's your 4 protagonists. Sucks to be her. Her head didn't even make the statue. Yeah, this is the new main character, clearly. Who's that? I don't know if we've seen this character before. She looks like, maybe I'll, what was her name? Tadaro in Fire Emblem Fates? All right, as many as we can recruit is an interesting line. I hate this character design. I can kind of understand it's too much white. I think if you're gonna do the white eye, like, or the yellow white eye with the white hair and the white outfit, you need some contrast on the outfit. And I know the hair is technically white with a tiny hint of blue, but I don't like his design. Like, I have a feeling we're going to be playing as the girl character in this game, just because I don't think his design is great. Because I'm assuming these characters will show up and be playable. It honestly wouldn't surprise me if they were the real protagonists, like halfway through the game, one of the 4 characters you just picked, since we saw ruined statues of them. I think it's possible they either die or get wiped out, and then you resume the second half of the game as this character. And then, like, rebuild your army, kind of like FF6. Or, I guess Awakening does that, too, if we're using Fire Emblem comparisons. But yeah, so I'm curious about that, but obviously let's give it a ride. 20-minute presentation. I'll probably make it a 40-minute presentation, you know? Also, I read on X, the Everything app, aka Twitter, I read that the music dropped on the Nintendo app today, so this is the first time we've, like, heard music substantially. I might look at that, I probably won't, but it could be good. I hope it's good. Fire Emblem music's always pretty good. Okay, record scratch. That was a weird record scratch cut there.
The Dagdan Empire, a land at the peak.
Is this not recap? Did we not see this in the last direct, this exact intro?
Prosperity under the rule of the gods.
I don't want to pause too much, but yeah, we did. We saw this exact intro already, you bastards.
City of Daxian. Bustling market.
Like, I think frame for frame,
Ports teeming with trading ships.
it definitely looks better than Three Houses, but the textures are definitely not great. Like, you can clearly tell it's 4K resolution, but the textures are shit.
And other establishments line the crowded streets.
Like, look at the floor. Look at the texture of the floor. It's like, or the cups on the table. And, like, look at the difference between the character models and the ground. I wonder if this is a playable character. Who the hell is this person? It could just be, like, the generic unit for the new brawler. That was on the internet, like, months ago, is that the brawler was back and it's a multi female units, aka women, aka girls, could be brawlers in this game.
This is also where the heroic games are held.
Which is also a huge buff, because brawlers were busted in Three Houses.
In tribute to Dagda, the Emperor's
Unbelievably stupid.
and founding king.
Okay, so again, we've got elf ears, presumably dragon ears. We've got green hair, hints. This guy might be a half-blood. He might be a half-dragon. That's my bet. I'm thinking half-dragon. He could be related to the bad guy, but I would think it's more likely he's just like a half-dragon.
It's said that
This is your new arena pharaoh,
Solel,
or Ferox.
current ruler, will
Solel.
grant one wish to whoever.
Isn't Solel's name, wasn't that used in, like, Fates? Obviously you have to reuse names at some point, right? But isn't that Sully's kid? I don't remember who Solel is. I don't remember. That's Sully's Awakening. I don't remember who Solel is. I feel like that name has been used before. Oh, it was the lesbian who wasn't a lesbian because they didn't want to write her that way. The mercenary that was the kid in Fates. Oh my god. I think that's who I'm talking about. Doesn't matter.
Those vying for the prize.
Okay, so these guys look like units. These guys look like playable characters. So that is legally distinct Sigurd, right? Like, this guy just looks like it is Sigurd, right? Am I crazy? I think it's Sigurd. And then the other guy just looks like Abel.
Vying for the prize.
I guess he's a general? He might be a general. He looks this guy looks very classic Fire Emblem design. So again, I'm feeling better about the character designs. Engage went too far.
Hold strength.
I don't like that one. I like it if he's a pirate. I'm not a fan of that one. Alright, ignoring the haunters. I think her design is okay. I need to see if that's like a cape or if that's a dress. Like, does that extend all the way to the ground?
Termination.
She looks kind of cool. You are... Girl. Girl monk, maybe? Girl monk in like a cat motif? Probably from the same place as the guy who I said looks like a pirate. Incoming ad break. I'm going to start snoozing those, but eventually they are going to happen.
Convictions.
That guy's probably a fighter. He might be a generic.
Determination.
Like, these have to all be playable characters that they're focusing on. That guy in the foreground, he could be a generic, he might not be.
Convictions.
Yeah, I guess no, they're probably playable.
Refuse to yield.
I think all of those guys are playable, probably. Some of them could be boss units, but...
The story
The song? Are you kidding me? So these are your 4 pro tags. I'm telling you right now, I was thinking about this too last night. You can't see my mouse, so we're just gonna call them... Oh, you can see my mouse. 1, 2, 3, 4. I was thinking about this last night. The way Japan is, I think Japan is gonna like this legally distinct Alucard, number 1. Edgelord girl number 2. Queen number 3. Little boy number 4. I think America, being the horn dogs that we are, clearly gonna put her 1, her 2, him 3, him 4. I'm really, again, they're gonna go into this, I'm sure, and I would bet the routes aren't that different, or they might not even be routes. Again, I have a feeling you're gonna play all 4 of their introductions before like the second half of the game starts, because I can't imagine these are all unique, especially after 3 houses and how much work that was, because they probably got data that most players who bought the game did not touch more than 1 route. I would bet most players didn't even beat the game once, no less 4 times. So I can't imagine they're doubling down and they're like, all right, 4 full routes. So again, I think they're going to kind of be intros that are maybe like 3 to 4 chapters and then merge and then 1 route after. That's my thoughts. I would love for it to be 4 unique routes. I just don't see it being that way. But if I had to rank them 1 through 4, I do actually think it depends on their classes, because boy on left is like a mounted lance user. Legally distinct Alucard is literally, he's just going to be a Myrmidon swordsmaster, probably. Queen, whatever her name is, I think she's pretty clearly kind of like a fighter. She looks like a, non-armored, big axe, like fighter berserker kind of unit. And then she's the most interesting one because I believe she has a sword, but they're doing this gimmick where she has like a lute. So I don't know. I'm wondering if she's going to be a dancer, because if she's a dancer, how do you not take her? Right? Like if that's the choice. But I'm sure they're about to talk about him, so let's just keep going.
Around 4 heroes who have entered the heroic games. Who you choose will determine how the narrative unfolds as they fight for glory.
See, do I buy that though? As they fight for glory, the sentence is choose as they fight for your glory, which again makes me think that is it's gonna stop at some point. You're gonna fight for your glory to a certain point in the game, and then it's going to merge and be the same. That's my guess. Maybe not, but I have a feeling that's how it'll go. This guy's name is Kai. This is legally distinct Vaughn from FF12. Everything about this kid just gives me typical shonen protag generic vibes. Like, I don't really feel anything about him. I know he has like a dark past or something. That's what they said. Because his like parents were killed or something. Like, he's so generic.
Kai is a young boy living in the peaceful village of Ribera on his 15th birthday.
Dad character's gonna die. Pencil that in. Goodbye, Castor. You are dead. Sayonara.
His father is imprisoned beneath Daxian for...
Oh, in prison. Okay. Yeah, see, and then like you have childhood friends with you. The girl's obviously gonna be your generic love interest. The girl on the right.
In hope of a peaceful life.
Yeah, that the girl on left here is clearly the love interest. Like, and they're gonna be childhood friends who've known each other from the small town. Like, this one I don't care that much about.
As a family, he sets out with his childhood friends to...
What did I fucking say? Say it again for me. Most obvious fucking plot decision. Ads are gonna come. Sorry, Twitch. It is what it is. No one's here anyway. What do I care?
He sets out with his childhood friends to win the heroic games and save his father.
All right. Before we go into Alucard,
Heroic games and save his father.
so these are your 3 units here. These are your 3 starting units if you pick Kai. You get Kai, who I believe is like a chocobo rider, legally distinct, of course, which is really fun. That's a fun idea for a class to get like a cavalry protag. Probably pretty good, because cavalry units are always good, especially if they have Kanto. I don't know if they're gonna have Kanto in this game. The girl and the friend character, I mean, again, none of these character designs are that interesting, but they're also not offensive. Like, they're fine. But yeah, they're kind of whatever, but it is what it is. I would assume that he is an archer and that she is a healer, and that's kind of how their group goes, but who knows. I'm not anticipating playing as them. Dietrich, or however they say his name, it could be Dietrich, it could be anything. I am interested in this guy, because again, he's just Alucard, like, basically. Also, look at his sword. His sword is clearly a relic from 3 houses. Like, it's not even up for debate. Like, this is clearly a hero's relic sword. I don't know what the deal is. I love Swordsmaster Myrmidon characters, avoid tanks, crit tanks, as we like. Not really crit tanks, more avoid tanks with crit. Double everybody. Like, they're very fun units to play. But yeah, I don't know. Oh, I have no idea who his 2 accomplices are, because I don't remember if they showed them.
Dietrich.
The Final Fantasy IX opening, out on the boat. Zidane's about to appear, or Garnet, however that cutscene goes.
A stronger opponent is attacked by an enormous monster while sailing a stormy sea.
And then he washes up, I assume.
Beautiful.
Okay.
He then washes ashore in the foreign land of Dagda.
Okay. I don't know if I like that his character arc is fish out of water. Because they're going to play that up for comedy. They're going to have comedy bits where they're like, what's this thing? And they're going to go, that's food, stupid. You know, like, they're going to do that. So I'm not a huge fan of that being a plot point, but I do think as a character, this guy's way more interesting.
This is where, between battling bandits and
So that was one of his party members, probably. He looked like a mage.
he learns of the heroic
Show your other character, probably a woman.
to slake his thirst for
Dude, look at Fabio. Holy shit. That man's looking in different directions. I do love that one of these guys is clearly just like, I mean, they're not evil, but like, this guy is fucked up.
battle.
Who's your other accomplice? I wonder if he gets the woman in black hair.
Decides to compete in the heroic games with new allies at his side.
That settles it.
He gets her, huh? So he has like one guy who probably survives, and then he has this girl who's like, "You're interesting. Let's go together." So she's gonna be like the moral high ground here, and then that guy is gonna be like, "Don't do it. Do whatever you want. Don't think of the consequences." Right? Like, that's clearly where this is going. Okay, Esmeralda. This is not a bad option. This is much better than the first option.
Time to hit the road. To depths here.
I don't like... You know what she reminds me of? She looks very... She looks like a toned down version of that girl from Fire Emblem Engage. The spear girl. The princess. That had like 87 baubles on her outfit. She's like a more grounded version of that character, which is probably a good thing. Also, her hair very much reminds me of Erica from Sacred Stones. It's like that exact shade of blue.
That settles it. Time to hit the road. To depths here.
Yeah, so we'll see. They're a choice. Theodora, again, Theodora I'm assuming will be the most popular here. And I will consider, but I want to see like what her gimmick is, because clearly she's like an emperor or like a queen or whatever. And I want to see who her accomplice units are.
Hailing from the kingdom of Ceramus in the south, Theodora represents a culture that worships the keeper of death and
Worships the keeper of death in a game where we're going to the underworld, huh? Interesting.
Theodora represents a culture that worships the keeper of death and night, a goddess loathed throughout the lands. Swearing to restore the honor of her goddess and defend the faith of the people and the peace of her kingdom, Theodora leads her veteran retainers.
Damn, so this is the first, I was gonna say this is the first protag who doesn't get a boy and a girl. This is just two boys, but I guess the protag is a girl. I like that. I don't hate these guys, they just kind of look generic. These guys look like they're destined to die. Even though I'm sure they're not. Like, they look generic. They might be cool, though. These guys, you know.
Into battle with the goal of winning the game.
Like, those guys look like fighters. Like, if this guy on the left is not a fighter or, like, a brawler, and the guy on the right might be, because he's got an eye patch, make him, like, either a thief or an archer.
Theodora leads her veteran retainers into battle with the goal of winning the games.
Yeah, see, like, hers is the simplest, actually. It's just wants to win for kingdom. And then Leda, I could see her being the most popular just because the internet is, wow, her tit is falling out. What the hell's going on in that picture? What the fuck? She's probably a minor too. That's kind of fucked up. First, again, I want to see who her two party members are. And I really want to know if the music thing is a mechanic. Like, are you going to have a dancer mechanic like songstress? Or is it just going to be for flavor out of combat? Like, is it going to matter? Because she's clearly supposed to be like a bard. She's supposed to be like a traveling bard. And this is the one that said she had like a dark past. I think that was in the last direct.
A young woman born into prestige and blessed with musical talent, Leda is consumed
Yeah, see, dark past. She reminds me of Primrose from Octopath Traveler, the first one.
by rage, following her father's murder
I do love a revenge story.
at the hands of an
And yes, she, again, female protagonist, two male retainers. Interesting.
unknown assailant. Having given everything to seek revenge, she eventually learns of the killer's plan to participate in the heroic games.
Oh, is that not a... Is that...
She
Wait,
eventually
am I
learns,
stupid?
having
Does she have
given
multiple
everything
people?
to seek revenge
No.
of an
That is a different character. These, I assume, are her two retainers. There was another character in the background in another scene.
unknown assailant. Having given everything to seek revenge, she eventually learns of the killer.
Yeah, that in the background there's a character with blonde hair, and then they're gonna cut to a different angle, and there's a character with orange hair. And they have not been seen before.
Plan to participate in the heroic.
Yeah, see, there's the orange hair character.
Alive! I will kill him.
To bring an end to the man who murdered her father.
I do like a revenge. I love a revenge story. I don't. So she's gonna be the edgelord, actually, not Alucard. His name's not Alucard. It's Dietrich. I might be playing Dietrich. I don't know.
Leda heads to Daxian with supportive companions in tow.
Yeah, so she gets more than two characters, presumably. Like, obviously they all do, but it's weird that she gets more focus on more than two. Because they didn't even show the blonde girl.
I'm sorry, Theodora. but I won't be letting you take the victory today.
See, so this is going to be the gimmick for the first couple of chapters, I'm sure, is you'll be fighting the other people you didn't pick, but again, I think you're going to unite at the end. Like, I think after the first third of the game, you were uniting. Yeah, so again, also, that third guy with him is just gone. He's just not fucking here, so I don't know what happened to the third guy. Yeah, this guy on the right, the tall guy, looks like a thief. This guy looks like a brawler. I have to assume she is like a cleric or a healer, you know.
If victory is decided by conviction alone, then I think it shall not be up to you.
I have burned to duel you, white-maned demon.
Dude, I don't know, man. This guy's pretty funny. Look at him. Where's he looking right now? Man's looking in two directions and none of them are forward. What the fuck?
But I'm sorry. Failure is not an option for me either. But that's only because I don't.
I'm actually really curious. I hate to do this, but I'm gonna do it. So this is the only character, this white mane demon, who presumably killed the father of whatever her name was. This is the only character that's not playable that's been in these intros. So I assume, again, he's... I hate to say it. I think most of your army in the second half of the game is going to be competitors at this arena. I think all four people, and perhaps an enemy like this guy, are going to end up on the same side. It just seems like how this will go. It seems pretty straightforward.
But I'm sorry. Failure is not an option for me either. But that's only because I don't have any.
This is probably your new Fodlan Winds. This is probably your new map theme.
Nice.
It could be the new battle theme, but I have to assume it's the map theme. Yeah, see, matches in the heroic games. There's no way this is more than 20-30% of the game.
Going into each match, you'll choose your...
Whoa. All right. Let's see some people. All right. So again, this confirms a lot. This confirms who is on Cyril's side. This confirms some classes. This also confirms who is on Alucard's side. I think I'm playing Alucard, dude. I don't know. And then those last three, those could be guest units, or we don't know who they are. So I was right. That kid's an archer. I think I said that. But yeah, and then this also implies there's going to be team fights, to where you and another competitor are probably going to fight the other two. So there are going to be team battles with guest units. I think I'm playing Alucard. Looking at his 4 units compared to this guy's units. This guy does have more, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This guy has 6 units, but I'm betting the last guy. What a weird unit select screen, by the way. I bet the last guy is probably neutral. You could argue the last 3 are neutral, because we haven't seen them before, so we don't know what they're tied to. Also, important detail. This is really interesting. I think that's a move speed skill, which implies you might be able to rank up move. I don't know what that could be. Because this is Hunter, so he's sword bow unit. He has a mini bow, even though he can use swords, which is interesting. Durabilities are very low in this game. I wonder if they refresh between battles. That would be a unique way to do that. That they haven't done that before. I know in some, a lot of games you can repair. But those are really low durabilities. Like 15 and 20, you could easily blow through that in one level. Unless the levels are much smaller, but I don't think they will be. This banner skill, this is probably the leader skill, which means gambits are back, which is good. Gambits are cool. And then this is either move speed or I don't know what this is. I have no idea what this could be, the foot skill. Maybe they'll talk about it, but probably not.
Party members.
Hold on. We're going to go through each of these one at a time as they pop up.
Each match, you'll choose...
I missed that one. Okay, I missed her. Was I right? Is she like a cleric? She must be, right? Jesus Christ. I know you can go frame by frame.
Match.
Diviner. So she's a mage. Yeah, okay. What the fuck? What the hell is a diviner? Are you kidding? So diviners can use swords, axes, brawling tomes, healing tomes, and then leader movement. Vulnerary. What the fuck? Ruberia wins. I wonder if that's where she's from. What does that mean? Oh, that's probably her name. No, her name's Tiala. What the fuck? Ribeira wins. Ribeira wins. I don't know. Huh. Defense has been renamed to protection, I guess. Resilience is still resilience. We have no idea what this thing is. That could be the super meter. I don't know what that is. That's interesting. Build is back. I actually like the build skill a lot because it, build nerfs speed on certain characters, but more importantly, it makes characters that are slow not awful, even though they're usually bad, because they have high build usually, so they can, you know, bigger weapons, whatever. So good that build is back. I wonder if she's going to be the quintessential mage that can't go fast because she can't carry any of the heavy tomes like Bulganin or Thoron. Like, they're just going to be too heavy and she's going to be too fucking slow. That's like a classic mage problem in a lot of Fire Emblems, is that they're just too slow. Or they're not strong enough to carry their fucking books. But yeah, really interesting that Diviner can use 3 melee weapons and 2 caster weapons. It's really interesting, because I think this green-haired girl we're going to get to is also a Diviner.
You'll choose your party.
Gladiator, sword, axe user, brawler. I wonder if classes in general in this game have more weapons options. Because the lowest one is Archer, and Archer had swords. Or Hunter. Hunter had swords. This guy has 3 options, which is a lot. For a beginning of the game level 9 unit, he can use 3 weapon types, and one of them is unarmed. The other option is they may just let everybody use unarmed all the time, but the Hunter couldn't, so I don't think that's the case. Interesting. Guzran. Oh, I didn't see what was Orange Hair's name. Peter! Oh, man. Okay. Jesus. Sophia, Diviner. Same thing. Sword, axe, brawlers, tome. Yeah, wow. Huh. Diviner is an interesting class. I wonder what growths they get. Because it's clearly the base caster class, but I wonder if tomes are going to be like really expensive in this game. And that's how they balance them. They might make magic really strong but expensive.
And their initial placement on
They did not mouse down to that monk guy. That's unfortunate. Yeah, so again, this is a team battle. The map is here. Map looks to be, how many squares is that? So is it 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you're looking at roughly like a 20 by 20 map here. I'm wondering what those sparkles are in the corners. I don't know what that could be. Maybe an interactable object. But it looks like it's off the map, so I don't know what those are. Enemies are in pods. You have formation walls. I wonder if you can break these ramparts, probably. They're not ramparts, you know what I mean. Blockades. And yeah, he's on a fucking chocobo. That's so funny. Yeah, I think I'm going with Alucard, but obviously, let's keep going.
let the battle commence.
I want to point out we're 5.5 minutes into this video, and I've been talking for about 30 to 40. So yeah, we're gonna drag this out. It's for me, not for you. You're just a bystander, and I appreciate you, but this is for me. What the hell happened here? Where did we just cut to? That's just a top-down view of a different area of the map.
Each unit's movement range is shown in.
This is important. How much move does this person have? That is a mounted unit. Okay, so that's the main character. Kai or whatever his name was. I forgot. I keep wanting to call him Cyril, but that's a completely different character. So he's a mounted unit, and he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 movement. So that means standard units early game are probably gonna have 4 movement. Mages will probably have 3. Probably. We could have checked that on the other screen, but
is shown in blue, and their attack range in red.
is this guy suicidal? What is he doing? Man's doing in 1v8 right now. Fuck you. I got this. There's no way they talked about the difficulty options, but I am curious.
All of your
I'm so smart. So yeah, land units have 4 movement. Mounted units have 6. I wonder if Pegasus Knights or Flyers will have 5 or if they'll have 6. That would be an interesting discussion. I also wonder again if mages have 3. I wonder if mages get nerfed. Again, we already saw that. I just missed it.
units have completed their actions.
He's got 7 defense, 6 resilience. Combat arts are back. We knew that. That was in the last direct.
Your opponent's turn.
Why the fuck he just stood there like that? I have no idea.
Your
He's gonna get
turn
walloped.
is moving and fighting across the map.
Interesting. So what is that purple shit? What is that purple shit gonna be? I assume it's like if you end turn in that purple shit, they charge you. Is that the idea? Like it's a trap? They have those yellow squares everywhere. I assume that's like interactable objects or like items you can... Yeah, those are switches. So you can use switches to probably impact the terrain. That's interesting. Okay.
Engage in fierce combat. Victory.
Defeat Bandits. Kai Dietrich or Anatolia fall. Why Anatolia? Also, I just realized Dietrich was featured, but that blue-haired girl was not. So what the fuck is that about? It's so interesting. Who, like, is there a reason for who is the guest unit or not? Is it just coincidence?
Includes defeating the opposing leader, among other conditions.
Like, that guy's clearly just generic level 1 boss, you know? Or this is probably like level 3 or 4. Because that looks like a bigger map.
The 4 heroes and their
Yep, look at this guy. Look at this guy as the most generic fucking swordsmaster to ever fucking live. Killing Edge, unique weapon, Zanbato. Zanbato, I believe, beats horse. Is that what that icon is? I think that was the anti-cavalry sword, I'm pretty sure. Verokeen is probably his unique weapon. And then he gets a Killing Edge, which obviously is just a crit weapon.
allies can utilize various means of attack.
That's a Peg Knight back there that we haven't seen before. She might be the blonde-haired girl in the background of that one scene, or she's just another Pegasus Knight. She looks cool, I guess, but she's too far away to really tell. I like Peg Knights, even if they're not... Sometimes they're good, most of the time they're not, because they just get one-shot by archers and win magic, but... Peg Knights are usually fun. Wyverns are obviously usually better, but they're still cool. Until they're Griffin Knights. Griffin Knights can fucking kick rocks. Griffin Knights suck.
Swords are straightforward and easy to wield. Gauntlets make it easier to evade attack.
Yeah. Interesting. So I wonder if this is how they nerf gauntlets if they change them. Because the whole point of gauntlets was they were brave weapons. That was the entire point, is it would, if you attacked on your phase, you would get to hit twice before they hit once. And they weighed nothing, so you were very fast and could dodge, and usually quad. Like, they were very strong. So I wonder if they nerfed gauntlets in this game by making them no longer do the brave effect, and maybe they just buffed your avoid.
Gauntlets make it easier to evade attacks.
I also wonder if they still beat mages, because that's clearly what they're showing. But like early game, everything beats a mage, pretty much.
Spears deal massive damage
Yeah, there she is.
to cavalry units.
Interesting. Is that a universal thing now? Is it just going to be universal that spears beat cavalry? Like civilization. That's crazy. If that is universal, that's genuinely crazy. Because that is, I mean, that's one way to nerf cavalry, is to make them just weak to all fucking spear units. That's insane. Goodbye Rider's Bane, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy.
Axes have low accuracy, but
And high
have
crit.
power.
Yeah. Low accuracy, high base damage, slow. Yeah. So axes didn't change.
Bows
Oh, so she's a bow unit. Well, she might just have... Yeah, she's a hunter. So she's a sword bow unit. I really hope they don't pull some descendant bullshit to where, like, she's the descendant of Claude and the main character, who the fuck cares? But, like, the queen is the descendant of Edelgard. I don't want a legally distinct Alucard being a descendant of Dimitri. Like, I hope they're not related. So we can see 2 more units on the right up here, the top right. Those are the units we saw in that other cutscene with Lita. She appears to be a mage. I can't tell what the orange-haired girl is. Because I'm guessing unarmed, right? I'm assuming she was the girl wearing the cat mask or whatever in that cutscene. This guy, I don't know who he is, but he's holding a tome and maybe a sword or a boomerang. I can't really tell what the fuck that is. And then this is the retainer, who looks like he's holding an axe and a shield, or maybe an axe, a shield, maybe a sword, probably offhand. Interesting.
strike enemies at a distance and can deal fatal blows to flying units.
Yeah. So obviously bows still smoke peg knights. That's classic. They're never getting rid of that.
And
Magic obviously smokes knights, you know.
is
Never getting rid of that.
bows with heavy armor. It can also heal or
Hold on.
magic is a
Tiala. Why does she have Bolganen? That's what I wanted to look at. Why the fuck does she have Bolganen in early game? Huh. I'm really interested about that. Why does she have a Bolganen and why can she use it? Because isn't Bolganen A rank? Maybe Bolganen's nerfed to B rank? But even then, like, unless maybe Bolganen is maybe that's gonna be her unique weapon, and it'll be like E rank for her, but no one else.
effective against foes with heavy armor.
Kind of like Shine with Micaiah, maybe. Healing and Seraphim. Okay, so they brought Seraphim back. Hopefully Seraphim isn't fucking ass still, but it probably will be. So she's a healer. Heal only has 10 uses. Yeah. So I bet they're gonna make it to where uses refresh in between levels. So people aren't afraid to actually use items. I think they might be doing that as like a concession. So they're gonna have durability, but like it's gonna refresh. Because every durability I've seen has been low.
It can also heal
Unless weapons are just super cheap or available.
or otherwise support allies in
This girl, Ultond, 27 recovery. That's a lot on a heal. I mean, she looks kind of generic. She just kind of looks like Anna. She looks like Anna, but not Anna. You know what I'm saying?
dire situations.
This guy has 11 sword. So this is your magic Myrmidon, I guess.
There are also swords that call
I think he looks stupid. I think that hair looks really, really, really dumb.
down lightning,
Pepe.
gauntlets that look
Oh man, Antonia looks cool. She's a monk? She's a brawler?
like firearms.
Wait, whoa. What? I thought that was a gun. I thought I was hallucinating. That it's unarmed, but it's a gun. So are the magic, he's going to explain in 5 seconds. So is the magic version of gauntlets gun? Like, what the fuck?
And other unique weapons to find.
Other unique weapons, such as guns? No, see that again.
And could call down
Fuck 11 sword. What the fuck was that?
gauntlets
Because he says gauntlets, and I'm like, oh, cool, she's a monk.
that look
And then it cuts to here, and I'm like, I'm talking about the monk thing, and I look over, I'm like, that's a gun. That's a fucking gun.
like firearms
And then she shoots the gun.
and other.
What the fuck was that? It crit. So she was gonna double. That's a crit animation. She was gonna double with that. That's crazy.
Unique weapons to find.
All right, It's not Antonia, by the way. I can't read. Anatolia, I assume. Anatolia? And again, if she's with Dietrich, I think I'm playing Dietrich. Again, full spoilers for the game that's not out yet that I don't know anything about. I still think they're all gonna merge and you're gonna get everybody, but you know.
Positioning is a
Is there anybody we haven't seen here? No, we've seen all these characters. Yeah, we've seen all 4 of them. Yeah, so she's marked as a gauntlet user, but her gauntlet is a fucking gun. I'm all out of magic, but I'm not out of options. Like, what the fuck?
key element of combat. When you strike within an enemy's range of attack,
They can
they
counterattack.
might counterattack.
What the fuck do you mean might? What the hell does that mean?
Consider attacking those equipped with close-range weapons from a distance, and get up close and
Diego. Oh, this is a new unit. Interesting.
personal against long-range opponents
Damina sword.
to avoid counterattack.
No mercy. So that's his unique skill. I assume his unique skill is increasing the might of his weapon and the crit he has. If that's a unique skill and not a class skill, that's really... It could be really good. It's debatable. Because that's 10% crit and 4 might for a second attack. It could also be like if they're under a health threshold, you get more crit and might. That's possible, like an executioner.
The terrain
He looked kind of cool. There is another Chocobo rider, so that's the first person we've seen on a Chocobo besides the main character, which means he's not... I guess that confirms none of them have unique classes. Which again makes me think that they are not the real main characters, that they're gonna join the real main character halfway through the game, who was that fucking white loser from the sky. Really interesting though.
can also give you an advantage.
I'll be honest with you, I don't know if that's a boy or a girl. That could be either. It's probably a dude, but I really don't know.
While adjacent allies can receive buffs,
Yep. That's all standard standard Fire Emblem stuff. You stand next to each other, you support. So Blondie is a mage, guy on the right is presumably a Myrmidon? But again, I guess he's probably a mystic. He can probably be anything. Guy on the left looks like he's an axe knight. Then obviously she was a hunter.
take advantage of the situation to control the battlefield in your favor.
Yeah, support buff. What is Miss +1? What the fuck does that mean? I wonder if they're going to call magic like mystic power. I wonder if it's not going to be called magic anymore. That would be crazy.
Combat arts.
Combat arts are back. We already knew that. Discerning blow, high hit, deals half damage. Okay.
Are attacks unleashed at the expense of weapon durability. There are attacks with greater power,
That's a crit animation. Cool.
longer range,
Ursula Road. Whoa. First of all, that's really far away. Like, she is using a longbow, but that's interesting. Who is she with? She appears to be with, girls team. I'm blanking. Whatever that, person's name is. Fuck. It doesn't matter. I don't know any of their names yet. It's not that important. Ursula. Spoilers, she just looks like Marianne. That's Marianne again, but less depressed. Right?
or other advantageous effects.
I mean, she looks cool, but like,
So
yeah. She does look very cool, but also she's an archer. She's like a thief, though, so again, I bet thieves get swords and bows in this
use
game.
them in decisive moments.
Okay, here are the supers. This is the number one thing I'm concerned about.
There are also special moves that consume your soul in
I'm assuming these will not be balanced at all, and they will be a problem.
exchange for power, called Blaze Arts. Kai releases a burst of otherworldly
This is the one they showed before that looked so unbelievably fucking stupid. I'm curious because it just like went across the map, blew up like 7 units.
power from his hand to cast flames
Yeah, that. This is the exact shot we already saw. It kills everybody here.
in a wide area.
That's insane. There's no world where that should be a thing. I don't care if you can do that once a map. That's crazy.
After
Okay, green hair girl, also gun user, evidently. Cool.
moving, Dietrich's ink black cloak can warp him to
Yeah, this is nothing personal, kid.
locations on the battlefield that aren't easily accessible.
And he takes damage for doing so. Okay.
Theodora uses the power inherent
So he gets a teleport, like a blink that costs his health. The other guy gets a Kamehameha.
from her ancestors to rend the earth and hurl it at foes.
She just gets a long-range projectile. That looks kind of shit. I wonder what the deal is with that. That looked really bad compared to Kai's. Maybe it's non-linear and they just happen to use it in a linear motion?
Theodora uses the power inherited from her ancestors to rend the earth and hurl it at foes.
Like, that looks really shitty. I don't know, that's weird. Also, she was level 28 there, so this is probably a mid-late game mechanic. I don't know. Now I'm concerned you're in this arena for a while.
Lita plays her Vihuela to buff allies.
Okay, so her unique thing is a buff. So she's not gonna get a dance. Well, oh, well, hold on. Did I just see Shamir too? Who the fuck is that?
Lita plays her Vihuela to buff.
Who's on the horse? That just looks like Shamir. And then that's the monk guy that we saw that we knew nothing about. I guess this guy's this is a pretty boy, I guess, is the idea. That's gonna be his little archetype, like pretty boy, fuck boy. And then you can see those two over there in the corner.
Allies.
So this is like the classic map where you start split up, then you're gonna go to the middle and then reunite. Probably.
Summon a powerful monster.
Oh yeah, I think we knew about this. She can summon. If that takes XP though, that sucks.
And more. These special moves can turn the tide of battle, but at the cost of the hero's health points.
Okay, so that's the gimmick then. So all of them cost your health meter. That's what they meant by use your souls. Which means later in the map you can't... Well, but you can just fucking heal. So there must be some other limitation. It must be like limited per map or something. Because you can just heal damage. Like that doesn't mean anything. And even if you don't have a healer, you can just pop a vulnerary or a concoction.
Additionally, if your allies fall in battle,
I think I need a break.
you can
Okay, Milla's turn wheel. We knew this was coming. This is never leaving Fire Emblem. Spoilers. This, because of Shadows of Valentia, this will forever be in every Fire Emblem game. They're never getting rid of this.
turn back time.
And it costs Divine Sand. So I wonder if this is how they're going to balance this now. I wonder if the further... They're going to show it immediately. I wonder if the further back you go, the more sand it uses, and then once you're out of sand, you just can't use the mechanic anymore, and you have to start the level over. I wonder if that's how they balance it. We'll see. They're probably going to show it. I guess this person's name is Lysander, which probably means it's a dude. Everybody else down here we've seen before. I don't know if we've seen that character before, the last one.
After each move, you can rewind to any previous point in battle, so
But-
don't be afraid to rethink your strategy if things don't go as planned.
She's level 30 here. How long are you in this fucking arena?
To rethink your
She's level 30. 30, dude. Wind. So she still only has 8 defense. Yeah, mysticism must be it must be magic might. I have to assume that's what that is. So I guess magic and defense are renamed to like mystic and or again, this could just be might, but when you use a magic ability. And then defense is renamed to protection.
Your strategy if things don't go as planned.
They did not explain the sand mechanic like I thought they would, but I bet I'm right. I bet like you use the sand throughout the map, and then once you're out, you're done. All right, any unique classes besides Chocobo Rider? Let's see. And Gun User.
Based on their class.
Shido. That is, I mean, I guess that might be the new version of Swordsmaster.
Such as Shido, who are skilled with
Master of Swords, Shido. It's just a sword master.
swords. Bardingers, who fight on
Mounted Knight Bardinger. So they're renaming all the classes, but you can clearly, like, this is just a Cavalier.
horseback. And bishops, who use white magic.
Bishop is just Bishop. That's,
A unit's
yeah.
abilities can change dramatically. The weapons they can wield
Yep.
and their range of movement also
Yep.
vary.
Obviously. Ooh, this is important. Yeah, so 6 movement for all mounted units, 4 for all land units. I bet mages are lower. I bet mages are 3. We haven't
Classes
seen
are
one.
divided into beginner, specialty, and advanced.
Okay, so we still have beginner classes in this game. Then specialty classes, which is probably going to be the normal rank, and then advanced classes, which are obviously advanced classes. So instead of calling them normal, advanced, master, they're now calling them beginner, specialty, advanced, or whatever.
Years.
Interesting. So your starting units are Chocobo. Damn, so the Chocobo Rider is only for the beginning of the game. You're going to lose your Chocobo. That's unfortunate. I don't want a fucking horse. I don't want a horse. Let me use the bird. Then otherwise you have generic archer, generic spear user, generic sword user, generic mage. And then this is going to be the more standard, like fighter, archer, thief, knight, you know, cavalier, bardinger, whatever. And then this is going to be general, bishop, sniper, hero, or warrior, you know, etc.
Beginner classes are
These are new characters. Yeah, so you're on a Chocobo. The Chocobos are very funny. You're clearly a mage. You look hot, I guess, but like, what does that mean? The other two look pretty generic.
the foundation. Gladiators excel in handling weapons.
Okay. So Gladiator was the first one, then clearly. Diviner's gonna be base mage.
Diviners can wield magic.
It's really funny she has a like watermelon beret.
And Orneus riders can cover more ground.
Yeah, Orneus. So Orneus riders are the beginner cavalier. Damn shame you're not gonna keep your Chocobo. You're gonna ditch that thing when you promote.
There are 5 beginner classes in all.
Why mention there's 5 of them in show 3? Just show the other 2. What the fuck are we doing? I know it was Hunter and I don't remember what the other one was, but you get the idea.
Specialty classes have more specific abilities.
That's a chariot rider. Is that a chariot archer? Is that a mounted archer I see?
Armored knights boast ironclad defense with heavy armor.
Yes, that's a knight general kind of thing.
Wing soldiers can leap obstacles
That's a peg knight.
and cover long distances.
I think this is the first time we've seen her and this guy.
Wing
Yeah, I think both these guys are new.
ironclad defense with heavy
Goliath, he looks kind of cool. On brand.
wing soldier.
She looks like the generic I'm not confident in myself peg knight. So, fine, you know.
Can leap obstacles.
She's cute,
and cover
sure.
long distances,
Alexandra.
while charioteers can strike multiple
Yeah, charioteer, dude.
enemies in a straight line. There are over 10 to attain.
Alright, that seems broken. I want somebody to explain to me how that's not broken. Because that seems stupid. Jesus. That is a Secret's ability from Engage, but just a normal ability tied to a class. That's busted.
Advanced classes are
That's an elephant mount. That's a wyvern rider. So wyvern riders are probably going to be exclusively late game then. Elephant mount, that's fucking crazy. That's probably just like Spearmaster on the second one. And then the first one is just like probably a paladin.
masters of their skills.
Cataphract. Couldn't say Paladin, huh? Couldn't say Paladin or Great Knight. We gotta call him Cataphract.
Have the mobility of horses with the defense of heavily armored units.
Okay, so that's a Great Knight.
Guardians are skilled with both spears and white magic.
Okay. Spear and magic user. I guess if you have Flame Lance, it's probably okay. I have to assume Flame Lance exists, but yeah. Usually hybrid classes like this aren't great. Because they either don't get might or they don't get magic, or if they get both, they don't get speed or skill. Like, they usually... It's the multi-class problem in D&D, right? If you're multiple stat dependent, you're usually weaker. So you're more versatile, but you're weaker.
Plus other classes that possess
That was a really cool animation, though.
a combination of strengths. You'll also find
Elephant Rider. Elephant Rider, you have to assume, is just... I'm really wondering if that's this game's version of Anna. Elephant Rider, you have to assume is... Maybe they said her name. The upgrade to Chariot. Oltond. Okay. I think we saw that earlier.
a combination of strengths.
Oh, no, that's Anna. That is Anna. Okay. They almost confused me there. No, that is Anna. Okay. So Anna is in the game. She is playable, and she's riding a fucking elephant. Cool. All right. Neat.
You'll also find the overwhelmingly
I was like, that looks like Anna. She's doing the Anna pose thing, and she has Anna's hair, and her name is fucking Anna.
powerful elephant riders and other classes
Yeah. Dragoon, just Wyvern Knight.
that fight.
Setith. Setith, huh? Setith, huh? And he's on a wyvern. Interesting.
While astride giant beasts.
Interesting.
You defeat me?
I really wish I didn't see that. That's Setith's voice. That is Setith. Like, am I crazy? Hold on. That's him. My browser fucked up. Setith? Yeah, that is Set. You can't see this. That was Setith. He has the same hair. He has the same name. He's riding a fucking dragon. He has the same voice actor. That is Setith. There's zero debate about this now. So this is a prequel. This is a Three Houses prequel, presumably. We don't know how far forward, but that is Setith. I really wish they didn't show that. That's crazy they showed that.
You defeat me?
Like, that is his voice. So, I wonder if he's going to become a dragon at the end of the game. Kind of thing. Like, is he gonna get somebody pregnant and acknowledge that, what's her name exists? Jesus Christ, what's her name? Oh my god, the child. Green-haired child who gets kidnapped. Flane, or whatever her name was. Wow. That is really surprising they showed that. I was looking at Dragoon, and then I saw his name, and I heard him, and I was like, what the fuck?
Between matches, you'll have time to get ready for what's to come.
Okay, so now they're explaining the actual mechanics of the game. As I make this video infinitely longer than it needs to be.
You'll receive some useful intel about
Main battle. Okay, so you see the map, you see the unit layout, which is actually kind of crazy. Interesting. That is crazy they give you the unit layout. It's also crazy they tell you level range, ideal weapons, bronze. What the fuck does that mean? Suggested items, suggested classics. Wow. And they tell you this before you get to the level in hopes that you do not soft lock yourself.
your next opponent.
Okay.
So use this information while exploring Daxian, or venturing off to improve your team's prowess in battle.
I kind of don't want that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand why it's there. It's there to guide you to the right decision. I kind of don't want it.
The time is yours to spend.
Okay, so she's promoted on a wyvern. There's Setith, dude.
So delicious.
Oh no. Alexandra's the food character in this game.
Battle.
Who's hungry all the time and just wants to
is
eat.
yours to spend.
and you're supposed to think it's endearing.
So
I can't believe Seth is in the game. Like, what the fuck is that about?
delicious.
It's also really weird. I haven't talked about it at all, I don't think. It's really weird their portraits like animate. Like fucking VTuber avatars. It's very strange in the corner. This footage we saw in the last direct. I've already seen this. She just like finds a magic sword in a cave.
Let's look at some of the things you can do in Daxian.
That was clearly the mess hall.
The Arena Plaza is where you can receive additional training once per week
Once per week.
in the time between matches.
No, let's go back. You know I'm gonna go back here. Come on now. First of all, my ear itches. Second, I need a drink. My throat's getting dry, and I only have soda right now, so it's over for me. So this is going to be like the classroom mechanic in Three Houses, I assume. To where you essentially once a week, air quotes, you can like train some people in some things without actually bringing them to a map.
In Daxian.
That's my guess on this.
Where you can receive additional training once
It costs 300. You only have 550. So either this guy is poor or you're going to have to think about this. Hard to say. It could be either. Mage training. Yeah, so authority is back. I had forgotten what that skill was called. It's authority. We still don't know what this movement skill is. I have no idea what that is. It could be as simple as when that goes up, you gain more move, but I can't imagine. I have no idea what the foot skill is.
per week.
I want them to highlight it. Did they highlight infantry training?
The Arena Plaza is where you can receive additional training.
You know what? Oh, you know what it could be? It is this simple, probably. It's going to be infantry. It's going to be like an infantry rank, and it's going to be required for class promotions that are not mounted. I'm guessing that's what that is. It's going to be that simple. So that's not that interesting, but you know.
Once per week in the time between
Because the other ones right next to it are mounted, armored, and flying. So I bet that's what it is.
matches. As your skills improve,
Okay, so you get weapon rank. How the fuck is he at A weapon rank already? That's what I was talking about. That other girl had Bulganin. It looks like weapon rank is going to be really easy to increase here.
you'll learn new moves to use in battle.
And then you learn... This footage was also in the other direct. They're reusing a lot of footage, if that wasn't obvious. Yeah, so you train, you can learn combat arts for the respective weapon you pick.
And be able to wield increasingly stronger weapons.
Yeah, clearly.
On match days, you can watch battles between other participants unfold to research your opponents.
What? What the fuck is this? What?
On match days, you can watch battles between other participants unfold to research your opponents.
Why though? What is the purpose? Like what is the functional purpose of that as a mechanic?
At the shopping arcade, you'll purchase
Spend
weapons
money. Okay, this guy has 13. Okay. Okay, so that one guy was just poor in that one image. This person is rich. Yeah, see, look how fucking low durabilities are. Even iron weapons are only 25. Durabilities are so low. That's interesting. Why are they so low?
and tools, or enhance your weapons using materials you've collected.
All right, here's the real question, because depending on the game, this goes different ways. Do we think that a weapon regens durability once it's repaired or upgraded? I wonder.
This temple row
Who knows? They ain't gonna fucking explain
It's
it.
watched over by a bronze statue of the divine sovereign and is home to 7 temples.
Attention
Depending
to
on
detail
which
is
temple you volunteer in, you'll acquire a blessing to use in battle.
Okay, so that's like free time. That's free time mechanic from Three Houses. It's just like do some dumb shit. Who the hell is that on the left? Who are all 4 of those people? I guess they're like the gods that you're worshiping. I guess.
These provide effects such as a temporary stat buff, halving
Okay.
the damage you receive, and more.
Okay. I wonder how those work though. Like, do you select them? Are they permanent? This could be like the crest mechanic in Engage. Certification exams, that's going to be promotions, obviously.
Speak to an exam proctor to take a certification exam.
Obviously. Dreadnought. Forest Knight, I assume is Bow Knight. Ovat? What the hell is that? Looks like a mage. Looks like an Anubis, you know. Yeah, so they like rename. I'm glad Sniper is still there. They're like, fuck it, don't rename Sniper. That one's too good. Huh. This is reclassing. So he's promoting here. Oh, see, you get Aegis on Bardinger. So yeah, it is Paladin,
The chance of success
presumably.
depends on who's taking the test and the class they're aiming for. So be sure they have the necessary skills before applying.
I wonder if you can customize what outfit is displayed. Like, what if I don't want him to look like that? Can I make it to where he just looks like the default class?
To attain the pleasure I seek.
You can also receive quests from townsfolk.
Okay.
Complete them by the given deadline to receive rewards.
So that's a fish. That means we're about to go to the mess hall and cook the fish. Renown is in the game again. Okay.
You never know.
That is just Anna. That is definitely just Anna. It's actually crazy. I don't like that they're building this up. This is about to be a reveal, a character reveal that Anna and this girl are seeing. And they're gonna freak out. Because he's saying you never know and that we're back turned. Like, we're about to turn around and this is gonna be fucking Edelgard or some dumb shit.
Who might ask for your help?
So well. Oh, that's the guy in charge.
The divine sovereign?
Yeah.
Why would someone of your stature be here?
Recruit. Okay. That is the most archer looking archer I've ever fucking seen. Explain. How does this work? Can I recruit from anybody's army? Are we all just gonna merge in the middle of the game like I think we are?
You can also recruit powerful warriors you meet in Daxian. Even if
They showed this girl in the last direct.
they turn you away at first, try giving them gifts.
Appreciate it.
She also has dragon hair, by the way. Just so we're all clear, she has the generic green hair that means I'm a dragon and her ears are hidden. She might be a dragon.
Or invite them to share a meal.
Nene.
That might be enough to win them over.
Inns.
At inns, not only can you lodge and eat,
Okay, first off, that was an auto activity button, which is fucking crazy. Because on second playthrough, that button's probably getting hit. Okay. Yeah, so this is auto activity. Just tell them to do shit. I don't want to manage it. Interesting. This is also the mess hall, I guess.
at inns, not only
Yeah, because that's the mess hall. Rent a room, auto activity, support. So this is where you'll do. This is your barracks, I guess. You do your supports here. I don't know what rent a room will
can
be.
you lodge and eat.
What did that say? Go back. Go back. Go back. Take that. Rewind it back. Usher got the beat to make the booty go. Clap. What did that say? John YouTube. Lock the fucking... How many frames back was that? Jesus. Now I feel... Alright, now I feel stupid.
You lodge an E.
Rest for a turn to restore HP, magic, or motivation. What the fuck is motivation? Huh. What is magic? What does that mean? I don't... That's just weird. I don't know what that means. I assume that means like when you go out on adventures or do like fights, you don't actually recuperate your resources. But I don't know what magic means.
But you can
Auto activity is hilarious because it's literally for people who don't want to think. All of these characters, Noctula is the one we just saw. Like, look at their levels though. Are we mid game right now? Like, what the fuck is going on? Are we mid game? Like, is this a 60 level game or is this a 90 level game? Are these level 30 classes or are these level 20 classes? I assume they're level 20, which means it's a 60 level game, but I don't know. I actually can't tell. Esmeralda kind of looks like she has dragon ears, but maybe it's just pointy ears. Just big ass fucking ears. I don't know if we've seen Sophia or Nadine, but I think we've seen everybody else here.
let time pass to gain experience and gather materials automatically.
Oh, there she was. They showed her for... Oh, we have seen Sophia then. That was the enchantress they showed in that first level. Yeah. So we've seen her. She's a priest now. And Nadine is a mounted unit. I don't think we've seen her.
Materials automatically.
Yeah, so this is just the I don't want to think about what I'm doing button. That's what this is.
Looking good.
Characters who've grown close.
This is supports.
They converse and show their support to each other here too.
He has a sister? Is his sister the black-haired woman? Probably.
Oh, and can I get a raise?
That's a new character. We have not seen Lillian before.
Then I'd be psyched.
She looks like a generic... She looks like a brawler. If I've ever seen a brawler that's punching people, that looks like one.
To work even harder.
She looks like generic Japanese tomboy if I've ever fucking seen one.
Thanks, Kai. I came here to say I was pulling for you, but it went the other way around.
Okay, I didn't mean to freeze frame on that. I actually wanted to talk about, I thought that girl was in the other playthroughs. That's what I'm saying. I think outside of like your starting 2 units, I think you're gonna get everybody else that you want. And again, I think everybody's gonna meet up together by the middle of the game anyway.
I came here to say I was pulling for you, but it went the other way around.
Damn, they really went all out on the swimsuits, let me tell you. They said, should we show more or less skin than the armor that some people were wearing? They're like, gotta show more.
As your journey continues, you'll gain
Olympia, we've seen her in the background of some things. We haven't actually seen her in the foreground. Again, this is what I'm talking about. She has more cleavage in the splash art than her model. What the fuck are we doing? What is going on here? For all we know, those things are out. And then you look over here. What are we fucking doing?
access to even more facilities.
Remember this for a long time to come.
Okay, Lysander.
This is the
Looks like they were seeing a play.
Pale Raven's Perch, a spot where a mysterious white bird rests its wing.
Oh no. This is gonna be like the awkward social interaction area. Like the petting or the let me breathe on you mechanic to wake you up. It's gonna be this.
From here, you can swap to a different hero.
Oh, okay. No more choices.
Progress is saved for each of the heroes, so playing through all 4 of their stories in parallel is an option.
But like for balance purposes, like what but like if you recruit one character in one and then you switch, are they still there? Like what? I don't know how that works. I have a feeling most people are going to play it that way where you play all 4 stories in parallel. I don't know if I will. I'm gonna be honest, I might try like 2 or 3 of them But if they're not like noticeably different, I might just play the one at a time. I don't know. Like, does that carry over for the whole game? I don't know. Now we're finally getting the world map explanation.
When you venture outside of Daxian, you can explore areas across the continent.
I mean, yeah, it looks pretty big. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of the map in Metaphor, ReFantasio. Like a much shittier version, but that's kind of what it reminds me of.
Time passes.
Actually, you know what? It reminds me of the Awakening map and Fates, like the 3DS era.
Every time you move, so plan your expeditions carefully. Visit towns to purchase local wares.
Anything you'd like?
Yes, I'd like some York milk. Give me all your milk.
Or gather information that could be useful on your adventure.
Those look like stat increasing items, by the way. That I'm not gonna go back, but that one set it increases your aim, so I assume it gives you like a dex bonus if you use it.
Travel with your allies to improve everyone's abilities in
Yeah, see, so like here we are. First of all, this character is new. Pink-haired girl. I think she's new, and I think this orange-haired person is also new. This guy looks like he's T-posing. I'm not sure what the fuck is going on there.
travel.
Okay. Yeah, and you notice how the monk is in like every party, so he's gonna be a generic that joins you no matter what. Like pretty much guaranteed. Because they show him on everybody's team all the time.
With your
Same thing with this green-haired girl. I think she's also probably a generic.
allies to improve everyone's abilities in battle.
They just showed that blue-haired girl on multiple again because we knew she was a generic.
Enemies will randomly appear on the world map.
Go fuck them up. Skirmishes. This is grinding.
A skirmish will begin.
Yeah, not gonna be doing a lot of this, but skirmishes are usually just time-wasted grind. I'm not a big fan.
Earn experience points by felling your foes.
Not a huge fan of that as a mechanic.
You'll
But
also find dungeons.
this I'm more interested to. So this could finally be them playing on Shadows of Valencia or whatever, and doing dungeons again.
Where you'll collect materials for strengthening weapons, along with other treasures.
But what about fighting things in the dungeon? Does that not happen? Unit cannot suffer a crit until next phase. That's not terrible. I mean, it's one use. If you walk up to a berserker, you pop that, you say go fuck yourself, I guess.
When you encounter enemies roaming in a dungeon,
What the hell is that?
a turn-based clash
What?
that differs from normal battles will begin.
What? No shot. No way. I thought they were gonna do. Oh my god, that's awesome. It's probably very basic, but I thought for sure it was gonna be like more skirmishes, like in Shadows of Valencia. When you run into an enemy there, you go into like a tiny map of like 4v4. That's crazy that it just becomes a turn-based RPG.
I suppose I must.
In clashes, you can perform attack combos with your allies.
Like
Each of
that is insane. That is by far the newest thing they've done in a long time.
can use abilities that are unique to them. For instance, Dietrich can flush out enemies in hiding,
Okay.
while Theodora can recruit soldiers in towns.
Battalion, okay. So battalions are also still a thing then, which means, as you can see, gambits. So that's good to know.
And send out her assembled troops to gather.
Blaze was there. I wonder if they nerfed Blaze. Blaze was pretty strong. Obviously, the best gambit in the game was the move +6 in an area, whatever that was called. Blaze. Yeah, it's only 2x3. It's not the big arrow. Okay. They might have nerfed it. Who knows?
And send out her assembled troops to gather materials.
Okay.
or deploy them in battle.
See, that makes me wonder, is she the only one with gambits then? Maybe. Because they're saying hero specific, so maybe they kept the gambit mechanic and just gave it to her. And that's probably why her super is so boring, is because she has gambits. Because yeah, gambits are very strong.
Make the most of these commands to enhance your power battle.
Damn, so he gets monster taming, and she can perform for gifts, I assume. I mean, the gifts thing is not interesting. The gambits thing is pretty interesting. Damn, Dietrich got the short end of the stick there. Like, by far, that's the least interesting, is reveals enemies.
Need some help.
Make the most of these commands.
Learned mountable ability. I'm hoping what that means is you can choose what you're mounted on. That is what I am praying for. Is that I can stay on a stupid fucking chocobo bird emu thing. Because yeah, I mean, that's a +2 build upgrade.
To enhance your power battle.
Performance complete, yeah. Interesting. Like, let's be real, I'm gonna play them all anyway, but... Huh. I wonder if that's all they're showing. That might be it. Might just be like story trailer and then we're done.
Draw now upon your strength.
Yeah, I think this is reused footage.
Devotion in your beating hearts.
Interesting. Yeah, so we don't know who that woman is. She's not one of the 4 main characters, but she is like a commander like the white-haired guy.
For those who
Even though she's super cool.
stand upon the final stage.
Yeah, see, that guy, for example, probably not a commander, but...
I shall grant
Or not playable, but probably a commander.
wish you may desire. So say I, the divine.
Because, yeah, that guy... Oh, damn, he's like coughing on blood. What the hell happened to him? He's got like a blue demon hand. Yeah, that's interesting.
So say I, the divine sovereign. That I vow to you.
Yeah.
People of Daxia,
Yeah, okay.
hear me now as I declare that the heroic
What?
games have begun.
Yeah, interesting. And then they keep teaching this hell thing. You're going to hell! What, we still have like a few minutes in the video, so what the fuck is happening here? 1949. Time skip. Okay. So now we're... Okay, so I was right. That's going to be the first half of the game, then we're going to time skip. Everybody's going to be together fighting bad guys. With the new main character that I'm sure they're about to show. That makes sense. Yeah, which is why they're shown here. It's because these were the champions. Yeah. It does kind of imply they all die, though. Which is odd. Because then, is this going to be a time travel game? Where you go back to save everybody and stop them from fighting and fight the real threat? Like, is that what'll happen? No, we're still doing this fucking You Are the Ocean's Gray Waves bullshit. Dude, she can't even, like, hold a note. Yeah, okay, this is going to be the reveal of the real character approaching Sothis. Like, we know what this is. We've already seen it. God. I'm really not happy they brought Sothis back. Like, them bringing Sedith back is way more interesting to me. It's like, yeah, but grown-up hot Sothis. It's like, I don't care. Like...
I see that my song has finally reached your ears.
Yeah, and I see you're still fucking tone deaf, lady. What's going on with that? So I assume now we're gonna get a tease of like the second half of the game, then the direct's gonna end. Because we have 3 minutes.
5 years after the heroic game.
Yeah, so this is time skip for sure, second half.
Dagda faces its end at the hands of the revived demon god Valor.
Okay. We've already seen this. You showed this at the beginning.
Even the 4 heroes who played a significant role in the
They fucking sucked. None of them were the real main characters. They're losers. They all lost.
heroic games have vanished.
Yeah.
To confront the situation,
They really put her toes out again. Come on, man.
the progenitor
They knew people were freaks about it. They were like, make it even more obvious. And then it's Sothis, yeah.
Sothis calls down a single soul.
But like, I don't know what that means, right? What the fuck does that mean? Because like, is it the same Sothis? Is this a Tiki situation? To where it's not the same Sothis and it's just a coincidence? Because then why the fuck is Sedith there? Right? Like, is that baby gonna be Rhea? Like, what the fuck are we doing in the story, you know? And then that's obviously gonna be Whitey McWhiteface. And then that's Kagero, whose name is not Kagero, that they showed earlier.
This is the story's true protagonist.
Dude, that's crazy, by the way. They're like, none of you saw this coming. And it's like, bitch, we saw the box art. What are you talking about? All that bullshit at the beginning didn't matter.
You are given 2 choices. Face the forces of the demon god Valor on your own.
The Nameless. And he's got the owl with him. Oh, is that the reveal? He is the owl?
With the knowledge that it's no easy task.
Or
use the time-traveling powers of the goddess Fortuna.
it is time travel. To go back and get everybody you played with at the beginning to fight that. I get it.
To change the fates of the 4 heroes.
Yep. Yeah, so that is all right. That's 100%. That's why they allow you to play them simultaneously, is because they want you to play all 4 introductions, get attached to those characters, then bring them all in for the second half of the game, which is what I thought, kinda.
You must carve your path in the hope of saving Dagda from destruction. Those who join you in the future will strengthen the might of your assembled forces.
Yeah.
This is where your story begins. The end of the world at the hands of the demon god.
And also there's a girl model that is on the box art that they have not showed for some reason.
Which path will you walk?
The rest is up to you.
I do think it's a funny idea that they're like, hey, you could play the second half of the game solo. Technically, you can do it. That's a really funny idea.
Fire Emblem, Fortune's Weave, launches...
Yeah, see, there's the girls model that they didn't show the entire time. They're like, oh, also you can be a girl. In case we forgot, that's our bad.
September 17th, only on the Nintendo...
You know what I'm really interested in? They did not hint at romance that entire fucking time. And because you are like a time-traveling omnipotent being, essentially, there might not be romance. There might not be romance. Really interesting.
Switch 2 system. Pre-orders are available now on Nintendo eShop. The Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave Dagden collection, which includes...
I did not buy the special edition.
A 150-page art book.
I love the art book. I think all the other shit is crap.
12 character art cards.
Like, who the fuck cares about that?
And more will be available the same day.
Yeah, like the only cool stuff here, the steelbook is cool because it's spoil. Look at that steelbook. That is the most Final Fantasy 1 cover art I've ever seen. That's an infinitely better cover The map is whatever. The art book is cool. The cover, the steelbook cover art is so much better than the base art. It pisses me off. Which obviously they do on purpose, but you know. I did not buy the special edition. I bought the special edition for Fates. I bought the special edition for the 30th anniversary or whatever, but that's it. I don't think I bought any other special editions. And Fates I only bought because it was like a deal. Like if you were going to play all 3 routes, it saved you money.
Plus, more Fire Emblem content will be available.
That's the
following
music.
this
Yeah,
presentation.
whatever. Damn, I'm red. I'm a tomato.
Nintendo Music, a
Help!
service that lets you listen
I'm a
to
tomato!
game music anytime, any
Yeah, ain't nobody using that.
device app, which brings.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Additionally, the Nintendo Today Smart Device app, which brings you daily updates from Nintendo, will receive a new Fire Emblem
Who the fuck is using this? I don't know a single
theme
person.
beginning tomorrow.
Shoutouts to Fire Emblem Heroes.
The app will also feature new information about Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave leading up to launch.
Likes his little sister. Uh-oh. Is he an incest boy? Uh-oh. He might be a little too fawning.
There will also be a new app game.
Ask the developer on September 15th. Isn't that when the game comes out? I think so. All right, that's it. I mean, I think I broke it down as much as I possibly could. I think I talked about it enough. So, thanks for watching. If you did, you weren't here on Twitch because no one was because I'm retired. But if you're on YouTube, hope you enjoyed. I talked a lot about that 20-minute presentation. I talked for about an hour and a half. But yeah, thanks. And I might stream the game. I might just stay retired and enjoy it on my own. I don't know. But have a nice day. Go see Spider-Man. I don't know. Bye-bye.